Wait, can you let that play a little bit? I actually have a performance coming up and I forgot the words, so I would like to do some revision right now. No, I'm kidding.
It's okay, get the rhyme and it's wicked. It's the way. Know how the pros get evicted. Oh, like a beg you, break you, take you. Now it's time to rhyme. Can you relate to a system open enough to make you holler and scream? Hey, yo, let me take it from here, queen. It's about you to get into precisely what I am about to do. I'm not mistaken to the folks who have no whatsoever clue. So listen very carefully as I break it down for you. Merrily, 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 like a happy overjoyed. Please, with all the beats and rhymes, my sisters have employed. Look at you coming down the sound totally a yes. Let me state the position. Ladies first, yes? Yes.
Okay, stop. That was really fast, wasn't it? Okay, I came totally unprepared at like in the midnight hour, but when I heard about this event and its importance and just how poetry affects people and how it can translate into so many other areas in life, it was really important for me to be here. So please bear with me. I did come rather unprepared, but you just gave me an idea because of the fact that he played the song, and then I stood here and listened to it. So I put myself in the consumer and the listener's shoes for a second, and I know I rap really fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly that, but slow it down in the same way that it was explained. That sometimes when you take the beat away and it's there for you to read and you can soak up the words, it kind of slows down the whole process for you. Okay, so when I said, let me take it from here, Queen. Okay, I'm gonna just start with her. The ladies will kick it, the rhyme, it is wicked. Those who don't know how to be pros get evicted. A woman can bear you, break you, take you. Now it's time. A woman can bear you, break you, take you. Now it's time to rhyme. Can you relate to a sister dope enough to make you holler and scream? Hey, yo, let me take it from here, Queen. This is what I said. Excuse me, but I think I'm about due to get into precisely what I am about to do. I'm conversating, which we know is not a word, but it sounded nice, to the folks who have no whatsoever clue. So listen very carefully as I break it down for you. Merrily, 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 hyper happy, overjoyed. Pleased with all the beats and rhymes my sisters have employed. Slick and smooth, throwing down the sound totally, and yes, let me state the position. Ladies first, yes?
Yes.
Thank you. I just thought about that though when I was sitting here and you explained the whole thing, like how, like, when you take, some people say, well, where's the beat? Where's the music? Sometimes it's just so fly to listen to things stripped to its like compound, and then sometimes you can hear things in what people say in a song that you didn't necessarily hear when the music was there. Not saying you don't appreciate the beat and the instruments and all of that underneath it, because it gets you going. You know, you're in a club, you want to rock a little bit, give you something to dance to. But sometimes it's cool, and I guess in the hip hop world, that would be when we use the word a cappella. You know, and there are certain people that get real introspective in what they say. And when you get to listen to it in a cappella form, it does wonders for you that you didn't realize it already did for you. You like the song already, but then you listen to it again and it's stripped down and you get a whole new appreciation for it. This type of thing happens for me personally as a fan with someone like a Jay-Z. Like sometimes I'll listen to him and then I'll go back and you know, you get the stripped down versions, you know, with no music underneath or what have you, and then I'll listen to that and I'll be like, yo, that was deep. Like, he really said something right there. And a little short history on me. Born in London, England. My parents are West Indian background, Jamaica. And I went to an all-girls Catholic high school in England called Notre Dame. We wore a really ugly green uniform and all my teachers were nuns and priests. And my favorite subject in school was actually English. Everything about English I just completely adored. English lit, poetry especially, and I had a really big flair for that. So it was during that time, I would say around 11, 12, 13, and 14, I really kind of grasped the idea of putting my feelings and my thoughts into word form. It could be for small reasons or major reasons, you know, like it could be a family member I've never seen before that came from Jamaica to visit us, and I would greet them with a poem. You know, it could be a christening, any type of family event. Even when I was 12, my favorite aunt died, and I actually was allowed, my family allowed me to write something for the eulogy, which I felt extremely honored to do because she was my favorite aunt, and I was only 12 years old. So, you know, I think I was also groomed to wind up being somebody that doesn't need prompting in talking, and somebody that had love for poetry, because my father fed me, Martin Luther King speeches and Malcolm X speeches. My father fed those to me from I would say 11 years old. I remember it clearly. My father used to have vinyl. Does anybody in the room still know what that is? Vinyl that had the edges clipped, because a lot of the speeches were actually, you know, illegal to ship and send to other places. So my father used to have one of these records that would have the edges of them clipped, and I'd be like, why is that clipped? And he'd be like, you know, thick Jamaican accent, this is something you should listen to, because this is, all of these speeches talk about struggle, and struggle is what makes people strong. My father has a really thick Jamaican accent. I'm doing a really bad job. But I would listen to all these speeches, and my father would have me read a lot. I remember books he had me read, like Eldridge Khalifa Soul and Ice, the autobiography of Malcolm X. He had me read a book that, what was it called? George Jackson, Soledad Brother. Does anybody remember that? My father had me read that too, and I was like, always like, why am I reading all this stuff at like 13? But it's like the knowledge and the vastness of it helps to feed me, so, and the words and the vocabulary, so then later on when I come to start writing poetry at school, I had a really good knowledge of quite a vast amount of, you know, words, vocabulary. Like, my favorite word is nonchalant. It just looks pretty when you write it, you know. I just became this big word lover. So, you know, I started putting the words to music when I heard Melly Mel in Furious 5 doing the message, and I was like, wait a minute, he's putting words to music. I do words. So maybe I should put some words to music and see what happens, you know? So then it became the in thing in school at lunchtime, or the girls at school would be like, Simone, do Grandmaster Flash in the Furious 5. You know, so they just start all beating the tables, and I'd be like, it's like a joke sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep them going nuts. Okay? And it just became the in thing. Like, every day at lunchtime, they'd be like, do that, and do Sugar Hill Cat. I said, hip, hop, hip, you know, I was the party piece.